Hey guys, how's it going? Mario here to share with you how to open up your own used car dealership. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the challenges that do come up when you are operating a used car dealership. And I'm also going to discuss how this industry isn't for everybody, especially if the person can't handle stress. Number one, car problems. Just like there's an opportunity to make money, there's also situations where you might lose money. Sometimes you go to these car auctions and the cars look like they're in excellent condition and the body is nice, the interior looks great, and then you take it on the highway after you buy it just to learn that the transmission is slipping or that there actually is something wrong with the engine after you do put some stress on it. So you could always lose money if the repair costs are higher than what you expected and it goes past the value of the car. And then there's also situations where you might lose money because you didn't really understand the value of the car and you paid way too much at the auction. Number two, refunds. So I actually had my first refund done about 2 weeks ago. I sold my 2007 Mazda CX-7 and just an hour later the lady calls me back and she says, hey, I need my money back. There was some problem with the paperwork, and that's going to go into number three. But I had to give back $5,500 for the car, and it sucks. It sucks having to give back the money as soon as you think you win it. So whenever you sell a car, you always have to keep in the back of your mind that you might have to issue a refund if a problem does occur on the car. Now, refunds here in Virginia, you only have to do a refund if the customer paid over $1,500 on the car and if it's within the 30-day period of when the customer bought the car. So if you pay less than $1,500 on the car, the dealership does not have to actually give you a refund. Do not sell bad cars. Make sure you're always selling cars that are in great condition. Why would you want to sell a customer a bad car and you know it's bad and the customer doesn't know it's bad? Don't do that. That's just bad business. Every time I sell a car, I know that the car is in great operating condition. I do not sell cars that I personally would not feel comfortable driving in myself. And if a car does have a problem, I'm very, very direct with my customer, letting them know of every mechanical issue that exists in the car, because at the end of the day, you know, you're putting a driver behind the car that you sold to them, and if they get into a car accident, that's just a bad thought to have in mind. And I have to go to sleep every night. I can't go to sleep knowing that I sold somebody a bad car and did not tell them. Number three, title work and paperwork. I cannot tell you how many mistakes I've made with title works. I've had to correct several titles already just because I'm new into the industry. Not tell you how many times I've made errors on title and paperwork, and what I have to do is I have to fill out this letter of correction that goes along with the title when the person takes it to the DMV, explaining why the error was made and where it was made. Also, when you buy cars from the auction, they don't always necessarily sell you a car that has the title right then and there ready for you to take back with you. Sometimes it can take up into an entire month for you to finally receive the title for the car, and it just sucks because you have a car that you're trying to sell and you can't sell it because you don't have the paperwork to it. And that's what happened with me when I had my 2007 Mazda CX-7, was that I did not realize that it was missing the power of attorney document. So whenever the customer went to the DMV, the power of attorney document was not present, and I had to go back to the auction, and the auction, it's been 3 weeks and I'm still waiting for this paperwork to come back to me so that I can finally sell the car. What a situation, I can't tell you. Sometimes you make a quick buck within a week. Sometimes you don't even sell the car for a month and a half. You know, it's just the industry, and you gotta always watch your back. Make sure that you're getting all the correct paperwork. Make sure you review the title to make sure everything is filled out properly. Just make sure that you get the title work done correctly, and you won't ever have to worry about making corrections on it. My next section is gonna be about employees. Right now I have 2 mechanics and 1 salesperson on the team. And in order to make sure that my company is continuing to grow at the pace that I want it to grow, I have to make sure everybody is doing their job all the time. So I gotta make sure my salesperson is constantly advertising cars, always greeting the customers whenever they come into the lot. I also have to make sure that my mechanics are doing what they're supposed to do, whether it's an actual repair or fetching the part so that we can do the repair on the vehicle. Also, with coming employees means you have to pay them, you have to put the money in their pocket. And with that being said, you're pretty much the guy that's putting food on their table, helping them pay their utilities and rent. And you got to make sure you always have enough capital so that you can pay your employees when the time comes to it. So just make sure you always have money to pay your employees. Don't think about just yourself. You got to think about your employees. Take care of the team will take care of you. This next section right here is filling out the paperwork properly. And what I mean by that is having every document that is supposed to go along with the car, like the bill of sale, the buyer's guide, the receipt from where you bought the car, a copy of the driver's license. You got to make sure you have all of it together. Because if an investigator comes and they tell you they want to see the information on this one car that you sold and you don't have the paperwork together, the state is actually allowed to revoke or even suspend your license. And you don't want that to happen because that's going to put you out of business. And the entire purpose of this industry is to make money, so just don't lose your license. So I'd say those are probably the most stressful things that do come with having a used car dealership. But it does have major rewards, at least for me it does. It brings me a sense of freedom, just being my own boss and knowing that I don't have to listen to anybody. The only people I have to listen to is the law and my customers. I gotta make sure my customers are happy so that they keep coming back and I have a good reputation out there when they make recommendations for cars. Also, I feel like I'm the man when I am running the used car dealership. Making sure that everything is going around, making sure that everything is happening the way it's supposed to happen. It's a great feeling to know that I'm the mastermind behind it all and that I have my crew working with me so that we can lift this business off the floor. Money is such a great thing in this business because 100% of the profit can be yours. I know I just said that sometimes you can buy a used car at the auction and that problems actually do occur within the car. Sometimes the car is in perfect condition and there's not a single thing wrong with it. And that's when I really make my money because I don't have to put any money into repairs or anything like that. It's just literally buy it from the auction and then sell it to the customer and make my profit. The biggest reward that comes with it is ownership. This company has taken part of my life. I feel like with this business, I am this business. This business is me. And with that, I feel every day I'm constantly thinking about what I can do to improve this used car dealership. You know, I'm brainstorming with friends about marketing ideas and advertising and how to just really get my name out there so that in the future we will have a great reputation with this company. I'm building my own name brand. It's awesome. You know, when people come to me, they say, hey, I've seen that you're selling cars. Can I buy a car from you? And of course, I'm going to sell them a car. Why wouldn't you want to sell them a car? Well, guys, that's it for my video. If you really like cars, you should follow my account on Instagram, premium.car.collections, where I post some of the coolest cars. Hey, this is my boy Ken.
What's up, guys?
What up? Yeah, he's into real estate. And feel free to add me on Facebook, LinkedIn, and on Instagram. Like and subscribe, and please watch my other videos. Tell me what you think. If you have any questions or ideas, please feel free to share in the comments below. And if you have any questions as to how to be an entrepreneur, and I'd be more than happy to help you get the ball started. That way you can follow your own path to being an entrepreneur and working for yourself. You know, whether you're ready or not to do it is what you want to do and pursue your dream, feel free to message me. I'm very open. Until next time, have a good one.